Hi, welcome to Sylvie's Technique Vlog. I'm going to be talking about something that is kind of difficult to become aware of, like in the start. Basically, you're shaped in very strong ways on things that you're not even aware that are happening. So I like to say in my mental training and sometimes in the Muay Thai Bones podcast that Kevin and I put out, you're training something whether you know it or not. So try to be very aware and mindful of what those things are that you're training. You can be shaped by your padman in a very strong way because the habits that they have or the dominant positions that they have over you are very real. So actually the better you get and the more you're putting pressure on them and putting yourself into positions that are advantageous for you, based on your padman's advantages over you, they're going to be taking those positions over and over again for themselves because they're real former fighters, or especially in Thailand, because it's not just drills and you have very experienced people holding pads for you, they're going to be taking real dominant positions over you, and they might be taking them again and again, which shapes you. It's like water going over a rock. So the example that I'm talking about here is that my right hand gets locked out all the time. I've been working with my trainer Krunu for 6 years now, and he's very tall, very long, and he's very good at pushing my right arm out. But because of this and because we work together so much, it's a dominant position for him that he's been taking all this time because it works for him and I'm putting real pressure on him. But it basically has, like water over the stone, forced me to take outside position with my right arm all the time, which can become a problem when you're fighting people who have that same advantage, and you just kind of automatically do it. So especially in Thailand, you'll see it where we do like hours and hours of clinch training. You'll see these kids who just, when they're coming in for the clinch, they just kind of take this outside position like this. That's not actually how you enter a clinch in a fight. Like, you want to be entering from your actual guard because that's how you're fighting. So again, you're practicing something that you're not aware that you're practicing, and you go into these habits of having like two different positions of clinch entry, or grabbing from the outside, or constantly grabbing with your left arm, all kinds of things like this that are coming out of very good practice and very well-meaning training, but because it's real, and the better you get, again, the more pressure, real pressure you're putting on your experienced padman, these shapings and habits become very real as well. So you need to be aware of them. You can see them in your own fights. Something that you're doing habitually is something that you're training in the gym, and it could be your training partners, it could be your trainer, or it could be, you let yourself drop your hands when you're really lazy. For me, I'm talking about this right hand being locked out. And so because it comes from my pad holder, I have to work in everything, but especially in pad work, on now focusing on bringing that right hand in to correct this kind of shape that I've gotten out of the years of very, very good pad work from that. So if you guys want to hear more about how I'm working on my right hand and the specifics of that, head on over to Patron. There's a link in the description below, and I'll be talking more about it there. Oh!